Yeah. Cosmon Cal right back at it like I left something. Peace to the family. That's right. It's none other than your brother, the hostess with the mostest, burning like toast, is Cosmon Cosmonian. Right back at it like I left something. You hear me? Fresh from the Etherian heavens, stepping back in ooze. Peace to the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses. Peace to the family in the house. Thank you, Global Purpose. Jay Manson. Want to let a couple more people step in. We're going to vibe for a minute, y'all. Then get on right into it. This is lesson number 28. To know creator, no creation. Huh? Knowing the creator through creation. Lesson number 28. Thank you everybody for stopping through, showing love, peace to everybody who supported the channel. For your donations. They are greatly appreciated, and they are used on the channel, keeping everything going and everything up and running. This is number 28 of the Jehovah Chronicles. Knowing the creator through his creation. Huh? Peace to everybody that's stopping through. Sister Tabitha. Shalom to the Faithist house. And the big bro, Cosmon Cal P. That's what it do. Basil. Peace to the gods. Peace to the righteous gods. Angelic in the house. All praise to the Most High Creator. That's right. Let me grab some of this jaja root. Roll up me a little splipper ting. You know what I mean? Where y'all at? What y'all blowing on? Where you at? What you blowing on? Global Purpose in the house. My big sister in the house. My big sister better than your big sister. Peace. To my California cutie. Sister who, but that's my big sister. You know, I don't care what y'all talking about. And she cook better than yours. Huh? My sister cook better than your sister. Shalom to all the faith that's in the house. Yeah. I love to see when my brothers and sisters come through, man. Just let me know. Doing something right. Never expected to be famous or get well known or to even make a single penny off this thing. This is not what this channel is about. This channel is about helping my people understand and getting back onto the path of the Creator. Today, we're going to learn about the Creator through His creations. Those who don't believe in a Creator and those who have come to fashion a higher, new Creator. If you finding that the Creator or the God of the ancients is too small, too convoluted for you, has too many contradictions within his doctrine, you don't have to bash the ancient God. You just create a new one, higher, more incomprehensible. But yet, with the ability to be perceived by all those who seek Him. We got up in here. My brother, peace to the righteous gods. Spiritual light in the house. Thank you for coming through, brother. Bronze Yoga in the house. Y'all go over there and tap on to the Bronze Yoga report. Sub, like, share. Also for Cosmon Cal TV. Sub, like, share. Let's drop the volume a little bit. That's right. Cosmon. Yay. E, 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 E. As always, it's your hostess with the mostest, burning like toasters, stepping back in from the Ethereum realms. Back like I left something. It's none other than your brother. Same father, different mother. Cosmon Cal. Shout to everybody coming through, man. Thank y'all for showing the love. You dig what I'm talking about? And with no further ado, let's get right to it. All right. Let's turn this down just a little bit. All right. This is Jehovah Chronicles number 28. To know Creator is to know His creation. And to know creation is to know the Creator. First, let's check out the book of frugality real quick. Right? Because when one... Hold on, let me see if I can blow this up just a little bit. Let's see, hold on one second. See if I can blow it up like that. This is the book of frugality. This is the book of frugality. See, like got me saying frugality. It's frugality. Right? And we see right here in the book of frugality 24 and 15 that whoever hath attained to the height of his own ideal is on the precipice of hell. But he who, finding the God of his forefathers too small for himself, and so inventeth one much higher, is a great benefactor. Huh? A fool can ridicule the ancient person. His delight, the fool's, as we talking about the fool, his delight is to pull down. But a wise man furnisheth a great person. To pull down the all person is to pull down his people. Huh? To try to make a non-appreciable, or non-appreciable means one that can't be perceived or understood. So to try to make a ununderstandable person, or a non-perceivable person out of jehovih, is to make oneself the opposite of a creator. Huh? To learn to create, to invent, to cast one's spirit forth with power, to congregate and make, is to go on the right road. Right? So, understanding our Creator is very important. But for a thing that can't be seen face to face like a man, the Creator doesn't have a physical body per se. But all corporeal bodies, all corporeal substance is of and part and parcel of the creator. So when you look at that's the creator in his creation. When you look at the sun, that is the creator and his creation. And to understand his creation, to get a grasp on how, the who, the what, the when, and the where, is to attempt to be approaching the Godhead. With the ability to understand all things below and beneath them. Shout to Sharice Wilson for coming through. Thank you. Now, understanding that Creator is light, and light is truth, right? You must be able to perceive him objectively and also subjectively. But what are they? How do you prove them? Let's go, like my Israelite brothers say, precept by precept. Right? This is the book of discipline. Right? Be considerate of your fellow man and weigh his standing place in the sight of your God. What are you doing here? You're judging him. You're weighing him and his standing place in the sight of your God. For one man says, my highest light is to get money. Another, to get great learning. Another, to enjoy earthly pleasure. Another, to contemplate sexual relations. And let's be real. Do we know these people? We know these people. Boy, I get money out here, nigga. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm the smartest guy in the room. You know what I'm saying? This guy, everybody knows these guys, to contemplate sexual relations. Boy, she got a fatty. I'm trying to smit her. Boy, I'm a Huh? We know these people. But be considerate of your fellow man. Another to serve Buddha. Another to serve Brahma. Another to serve Christ. Another to be efficient in warfare. And so on. Everyone from his own standpoint. Many are also under the prejudice of old things. What old things? Like old religion. Like the so-called old prophecies. Old beliefs. Or the influence of a neighbor, or a spirit, or their surroundings, or the impulse of their own flesh. And they say, I too follow my highest light. But what is this light? Are they applying it to the Creator? No, they are under the prejudice of old things, or their surroundings, or even the impulse of their own flesh. Whereas they are in darkness altogether. Look at this. Nor do they know what is meant by the term highest light. Right? Jehovah says, I come to change you from a carnivorous man of contention to a herbivorous man of peace, and man shall no longer believe, but know and practice his highest light. But what does it say? Whereas they are in darkness altogether, nor do they know what is meant by the term highest light, often venturing an opinion or a vague surmise instead, and believing. Look at this. They are believing they are expressing their highest light. For which reasons you shall explain that only facts, well known or comparatively proven, are light. An opinion is not light. I was given an opinion today. A brother said to me today that there are multiple heavenly creators, and that he is a creator. Right? So I said, oh, so you the creator, right? You a creator, huh? Yeah, man. He said, man and woman and child that's the Holy Trinity. I say, are you sure? He say, yeah. He also said, 1 and 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. I said, where in creation is 1 plus 1 1? But he was coming from his own standpoint. He thought he could be the creator or like the creator. So I simply asked him to do a simple thing that a creator could do. I said, grow a foot. Make your hair blonde without bleach. Take the water out of your body and sit it next to you and keep living if you're the creator. But see, they are under the prejudice of old things. Huh? He was under the prejudice of an old thing when he said that 1 plus 1 is 1. Meaning that man and woman are one. No, they are a union, but they are two separate people. And he was following his highest light. But what does it say? They are in darkness altogether. That means holy. Nor do they know what is meant by the term highest light. So understanding that this brother didn't understand creator or creation, I thought I would make Jehovah Chronicles 28 explaining or letting the creator, explain letting the creator explain his creation, you, to yourself. Right? For which reason you shall explain that only facts well known or comparatively proven are light, and opinion is not light. That whoever professes light must know the matter by his own knowledge, that facts, numbers, figures, and axioms can demonstrate light, and that without these, then the supposed light is only darkness. So when somebody tells you 1 plus 1 is 1, don't you believe it. He showed you, and even in that, he showed you numbers and figures, right? But it was only darkness, because logically we know 1 plus 1 is 2. Pursue this philosophy, and you shall easily discover who among you has the highest light, and also what kind of judgment shall govern the chief's rulings. Some will desire to consult the angels as to which, in a given matter, is the highest light. But I say to you, you shall weigh the words of the angels as if they were mortals, exacting similar facts and substantiation. Make them prove it. Huh? Let's get right to it. Book of Inspiration. Right? Hold on. This is the Book of Inspiration, chapter 1 and 1. Let me see if I can blow it up just a little bit for y'all, please. Okay. These are the words of These are the words of Tai in Cosmon. Remember, the vowels are interchangeable, and that only in America, only through this European indoctrinated ideology, that it's A-E-I-O-U, when all the rest of the world says A-E-I-O-U. Everybody except the so-called European uses these vowels. So the word is not te, it is tai. A-E-I-O-U. These are the words of Tai in Cosmon. I am light. Who? Wait a minute. The Creator is saying he is light. For which reason you shall explain that only facts well known or comparatively proven are light. So Creator is saying he is the source of all truth. He is light. Huh? I am light. I am central, which means I'm in the middle, but I'm boundless, says Eoa. I give you of my light. And when you have received, you cry out, behold, I am wise. Huh? Your corpore, or your physical body, I made, in which to localize you. So right there, they are letting us know a great truthism. A great truthism, that your physical body and what animates or makes you, or your personage, right? Or your soul, right? Misunderstood as spirit many times, because spirit is what animates the body. The spirit is not necessarily you. Your soul is your personage. That makes you you. That's why there are no more yous. I don't care if you have 1,000 children, there'll be no more like you. Huh? The Creator let us know a thing right here, that the thing that makes you you and your physical body are not the same. What he's saying is, I created a physical body and I put a personage, a soul in the body to mature the entity of your soul. So the soul ages as the body ages. Huh? Letting you know that there are two different things right there. But look what creators say. Without me, you would not have come to life. So how could you be a creator? You can't even make your own kids. You needed help doing that. You are like the end of a ray of light from my person. And since he is the all person, hence you have a personage. You are a person. And you are focalized. In your corporeal body. I am to your spirit like a sun is to a ray of light. The producer. I am the light that illuminates your soul. Notice he didn't say spirit. He is talking about the focalized part in your body. We must learn the Creator through his creation. He makes you almost like, those little Russian dolls where you have an outside shell and then you pull off a shell, then there's one inside that, and you pull off that and there's one inside that, and you pull off that and there's one inside that. Just like that. This is why the very first sign given to man, besides the circle, is the triangle, showing the corporeal, atmospheric, and ethereal worlds in sign. I am to your spirit like the sun is to a ray of light. I am the light that illuminates your soul. The ray of light that goes out of me takes root in mortality. And you are the product. You are the tree. You are the water. You are the life. You are the result. Listen to what he said. You were nothing, though all things that constitute you, everything that you are made of, existed before you were ever created. And I'm talking about the very first men who didn't have mothers and fathers, that were literally created out of the Simuan substance, or the galactic semen that was rained on the planet and then birthed directly out of the dirt. Because everything that you are made of existed before you. But if you don't believe, let's go ahead and show the makeup of the human body. Oh, you don't believe? Huh? That everything was here before you and you made of that? The human body is approximately 99% comprised of just 6 elements. Is that true? There are 11. Let's get back into these timetables of prophecy. Look, approximately 99% is comprised of just 6 elements. Oxygen. Did oxygen exist before humans? Yes. Did hydrogen exist before humans? Nitrogen, carbon, calcium, phosphorus? Yes. And another look, 5 elements. Uh-oh. Make up about 0.85% of the remaining mass, which is sulfur, potassium, sodium, chlorine, and magnesium. Funny, these are the same things you need to grow a tree. He said, the ray of light that goes out of me takes root in mortality, and you are the product, the tree. Look, hydrogen, look, right here, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium are the things that make plants grow primarily. So you were nothing. You were oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, calcium, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, sodium, chlorine, and magnesium. Stagnant. Huh? None of these things move or have life of their own. Huh? Also, they also say you have a reptile mind and avian body parts and even gills at some sort in parts of time of your conception and birth. Babies breathe water. And bodily fluids before their lungs are even created. Huh? You are made of everything that precedes you. These, what? I drove together and quickened. Thus I made you. What did he drive together? And thus oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, calcium, and phosphorus. Huh? In the way that I made you corporally, so I made you spiritually, intellectually. Huh? As I made your corporeal body out of corpor, so out of my light, which he says he is, I am light. So out of my light, this is the creator speaking, which is what he's saying in, look, which is my very self. I built you up in spirit with consciousness that you are. Didn't we just tell you that you are focalized in your body, in your corporeal part? But just like he made your corporeal part out of corpor, out of his light, which is his very self. I built you up in spirit. Huh? Going back to show a truth, a light. You look, if you the creator, huh? Now, let's get this understood. The creator does say that in time, at your best of your best, you can become a co-creator, but you can't make spirit. You can't make life. Huh? Look what the creator said. You cannot add the tiniest fraction to your corporeal self by your own will and exertion. You are not the creator. You are his creation. So this is why we learn in us today. Huh? It is by and through me that the process of absorption by blood adds to you. Did you know this? Huh? This is why the process of absorption by the blood adds to you. The proof of this is you are what you eat. Your blood flows in your veins because of my quickening power upon you. When I withdraw my hand, you die. And what he say? Life and death are of me. Is that of God? Is this Lord God? Lord? Is this you, measly man? Is this Yahweh Shai? No. This is the creator of Yahweh Shai, the creator of God and Lord God and Lord. He say life and death are him. And when he withdraw his hand, you turn into a dinosaur. All your corporeal part is, therefore, of me and through me. So, also is your spirit of me. And as you cannot add a fraction to your corporeal self, huh? Them boys telling you they created one, what they say, one, what did they say? Man, woman, child is one, huh? Tell him to birth his child fully born, huh? If you the creator. Just because you can procreate, take a part in creation, doesn't make you a creator. That's an old doctrine. And you still bound to it. What it say? What it say? Many are under the prejudice of old things. Or a spirit, your God, huh? Or their surroundings, huh? And you cannot add a fraction to your corporeal self. Neither can you add a fraction to your spiritual self. Uh-oh. Your spirit grows out of myself. Look at the creator. He different. Watch me just hit different. Truth sit right in your soul. Nor can you of your own self manufacture acquire or take to yourself one new thought, idea, or invention. So when you see that guy start to say, well, I did this, and I did that, and if it wasn't for me, you know what I mean? Just know that he can't even manufacture, acquire, or take to himself one new thought, idea, or invention. So when the I guys start coming around, yeah, let your ears perk up, because you in the presence of a drunk who is inspired by a druja. So look at this. Look at this right here. Hold on, let me go back. Where he said, let me go back a little bit too. Just to expound on this a little bit. He says, though all things that constitute you existed before you. Right? This means not only are you made of what the earth is made of, but you made up of what the stars are made of. You are what the sun is made of. You are what the galaxy is made of. You got a little stardust in your eye. You got a little galactic juice dripping off your hair. You dig what I'm talking about? You got a little of this Etherian, right? You got a little of this Etherian light trapped up in your body, but that also means, guess what you must have in you? Vortex. What makes your heart continue to pump and pump the body, the blood, from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, up both sides, all through? You must be pressurized. What did Creator say? He say, I drove these together. I drove the sun in you, in your solar plexus. I put the wind, the ruah, in your lungs. I put light in your eyes. I put vortexia in your ear, and you called it sound. In that way, I made you corporally, so I made you spiritually, intellectually. This is what grows. That what do you say? That soul. You. It is by me and through me that the process of absorption by the blood adds to your blood flows in your veins because of my quickening power. What is the quickener in creation? Vortex. He said he drove together and quickened it. What drives together? What pushes things together? vortex. Huh? Your corporeal part is therefore of me and through me. So also is your spirit of me. And as you cannot add a fraction to your corporeal self, neither can you add a fraction to your spiritual self. Your spirit grows out of myself. This is the creator. Listen. Nor can you of your own self manufacture, acquire, or take to yourself one new thought, idea, or invention. They've always told you there's nothing new under the sun. You never even thought that your thoughts and ideas or what you thought was yours, included that. But when you understand that man is inspired angelically through spirit interactions, through your shards, then it becomes to make sense how not one of these thoughts have not ever been thought before. And that many of the thoughts, even though they may come from, look, where he said it come from? Hold on. They come from the prejudice of old things, or influence of a neighbor, or a spirit, or surroundings, or impulse of the flesh. So if it come from that, did you think it? Or were you inspired? Remember, we're learning creation to learn creator. All thought, look, let's shut it down right here. All thought. Is that some thoughts? No. Couple of them, you know what I mean? Most of them? No, all thought. Knowledge and judgment, which you have, I gave to you. As the whirlwind gathers up dust, look, I can't even make this. As the whirlwind gathers up dust, as the vortex gathers up dust and drives it towards the center, so is my plan of my universe. You are like a center. All things come to you from without, even your thoughts, ideas, and inventions. He say, as the whirlwind gathers up dust and drives it towards the center, so is the plan of my universe. You are like a center. You are like a sun. What's in the center of our galactic vortex? Or of our solar system? A sun. What's in the center of our galactic system? The grand vortex. Because even our sun is subject to its sun's vortex, which is today called the Tau, or what we commonly call the North Star. Our North Star, which is usually in the Big Dipper, is our sun's sun, also known as Heracleon. But it is the Tau. You are like a center, a sun. All things come to you from without. Your knowledge, as well as your corporeality, came to you from outside. So how could you be the creator and you can't add corporeally? You didn't even give your own children their corporeal bodies. Think about it. From that which was external to yourself comes you, your thought, what you inspired to. Huh? Let's go some more, man. This is dope. You are made of inspiration, says Jehovah. I made you a corporeal body and I wrote upon it. And you the result. So when I tell you, don't worry about the book, it's the information on the inside. Here go the words. This is how you know what's in a WASP is true, because it's already written upon you. This is why it sits well in the gut. And I made you susceptible. So all things external to yourself could write upon you. What'd he say? What'd he say? From their surroundings. This is dope. He said, you are made of inspiration, says the creator. I made you a corporeal body. I made your physical thing. And I wrote up on that. You are the result. And I made you susceptible. So all things external to yourself could write upon you. The sum of these is your knowledge. This makes sense. Aren't some people good at basketball? Some good at football. Some are great scientists. Some can hardly add, but they sure can run. Some people become chemists. He said, I wrote that up on you. Some people get on that piano, don't know how to read music, never seen a piano before, don't know how to play a piano. And they get on that mug first time or after they hear somebody play it for the first time and they play like Chopin. Why? Because he was written upon. What's for you is already for you. What you supposed to get, you gonna get. Why? Because you the result of what the creator say you supposed to be. Now, you can take it upon yourself and go against your natural inclination. It never works out. You find yourself in a loveless marriage. You find yourself tied to a job that you hate going to every day, and you feel trapped. But you sure can paint. But you won't step out on what the creator wrote up on you and believe it. and go out and paint you some paintings and go and see if somebody will buy them online from you, or just go down to the park and, you know what I mean? You don't believe that really this is the sum of your knowledge. You don't believe that that talent, what they call talent, was given to you from day one. All you had to do was keep exercising it. And guess what? You can't lose. Creator made you that way. As it is with you, so is it with all men and with all the living I created. Look, nor is there any knowledge in the world but what I gave. All of it is my inspiration. Man said, by certain measurements, I teach my son mathematics. I am behind all, says Creator. Who make the moon 29 and a half days in a cycle? Who make the earth 24 hours to go from light to light? Huh? Who make us not crash into Jupiter? You taught your son mathematics. I am mathematics. You taught your son measurement. I am the measure. I taught your father's father. Look at, ain't this like your daddy? Huh? I taught your daddy. And all who was before them. Don't this sound like Papa talking? Say, nigga, what? I taught your daddy that. And all who was before him. I'm talking about his daddy's daddy. The sum of all man's knowledge is merely man's capacity to perceive my light. What? I made you my servant to teach your son by certain measurements. This was the road I made to reach your son's soul. You thought you was doing something. No. I told you I wrote on the board. I knew he was going to like mathematics. So I gave you the light to teach this nigga mathematics so I can get him. The Creator's 100 steps in front of a nigga. A trillion steps in front of you. You thought you was doing it on your own. But you hadn't learned your Creator. Why? Because you hadn't learned his Creator. I taught your daddy, nigga. And all who was before him. The sum of man's knowledge is merely, he's talking about all. The sum is all. All man's knowledge is merely man's capacity to perceive my light. What kind of light is the gods perceiving then? Huh? You understand why Nugon couldn't look at Moses now? You understand why frugality said? He told Joab, I can't hold it. Buck your punk ass up and take it. And what did it say they did to Joab? He said the light burnt off every bad, evil thought thing was in him like dross. That's like, imagine this, wrapping a steel ball in lint from a dryer, right? And then lighting the lint from a dryer. And you know how it just peel back and all that? And then you got that diamond in the middle, that hard rock steel ball or a diamond, something hard in the middle. The light just peeled off Joab. Huh? Peeled the darkness, burnt it off of him. What Joab do? That nigga went straight to hell, tried to save some damn body. They said Joab went headlong into the lowest, dankest, dirtiest, because that light, when you get that, his inspiration, huh? When you understand that he behind all of it, huh? It burns off all the BS, huh? It burns off the hate, the fear, huh? When you get his inspiration, you're not worried about hell no more, huh? Gods can't scare you. The Lord God's is punks in your hand now, huh? Who could try to tell me to praise a man born a woman? What? No, it's creator gang. Creator only, baby. Imagine a man trying to tell God's mind to praise another man. What? What did it say? Find the sons and daughters who praise nothing but the great creator. Try to tell them about praising a man of saviors and messiahs. And no, the creator only is the safe doctrine. Huh? That's the only safe doctrine in the world. A man will lie to you. A man don't know it all. He ain't even got to be lying to you. He could just be wrong. Huh? He said, I made you my servant to teach your son by certain measurements. This was the road I made to reach your son's soul. Look what man said. I know more than my father did, and yet my father knew more than his father did. We reason, we digest, we compound from one another. Creator say, I am the all external. I'm outside of all that bullshit. I created the possibility for the possibility of all possibility. Huh? You dealing with a nigga, you can't listen, he's different. The creator is magnificent. What ain't you all seeing, man? God damn this shit. What don't y'all see? Huh? When you gonna come to get a dose of this light? When you gonna stop being afraid of a book with your punk ass? These Hebrew niggas claim to be rough and tough, them pussycat rasclat bumble boy. He's pussy scared of a book written by a white nigga, but you will let him tell you from Africa quick. And you believe it? Goofy ass nigga. Huh? You let everybody tell you how to be you except the nigga who made you. You listen to everything but. Huh? You don't understand creation. You don't understand creator. Huh? The creator said, I'm outside of all that bullshit you talking about, nigga. For me, smaller lights are focalized, says the creator, says E-O-Wah. Huh? E-O-Wah. What? A man holds a condensing lens, a convex lens, to the sun, and he lights a fire with it. But yet, the lens did not contain the heat. You have accumulated knowledge in the same way, yet you did not conceive any knowledge of your own. But all came from me. I gave it all. Talk to me about no goddamn Big Bang. Don't talk to me about no goddamn flat earth. If you don't understand the creator, that is your fault. You dog. You Druge. Huh? Listen to what he say. He talking about in 2022. He say the increase in knowledge now upon the earth with all the races of men. Huh? Is only the increase I gave. Man of himself created none of it. What? 2022. You ain't do shit. But you'll give goddamn credit to some fucking aliens for building a pyramid before you understand that the creator made your dumb ass smart. Smart enough to build one. Huh? He say he gave it all. Who can do that? Have you done it? Have you given every fucking thing? No. You don't even try. You won't read a book to save your fucking soul so you can save yourself. Huh? Have you given all? Have you tried? Do you love your creator enough to find him? He say in 2022, nigga, the increase in knowledge now upon the earth with all the races of men is only the increase I gave. Man of himself created none of it. Neither can you create one thought, idea, or impulse. Huh? You can only gather together from my harvest or from me in person. What? Who teaching you how to do that? Huh? Who on the planet is teaching you how to gather from the creator in person? What place can you go to? Huh? Can you point to it? I only know one source. I only know one source. That's a wise speak. And like I tell you, fuck this book. I don't give a goddamn about the book. It's the information in it. Huh? It's the information in the book. You must read it, then judge it. Hold on. Let's hold on. Let's get to that real quick before I go any further. Cause y'all boys with that play. I ain't with that play. I love my people. I love you enough to call you a dumbass. You won't listen to me no other way. Or I come up with you with the no, nigga, you with some bullshit and you just spewed some bullshit. And I'm calling you on it. Why? Because it's gonna be somebody who look up to you. Who gonna follow right behind you. Right? He gonna follow right behind you. Hold on. Let me check this out. Let me grab the old wine spoon. That is a good one, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay. Let's go to the God's Book of Ben. God's Book of Ben. Let's go chapter 4. Oh, chapter 5, excuse me. And let's go. Let's start with 26. What then are good works? Shall I preach and pray for others? God said, man, thou shalt judge thyself as to what thou shalt do. Within every man's soul, Jehovah hath provided a judge that will sooner or later become triumphant in power. Look. Let me get to this. 1 second. Let's pump up some vibes real quick. And we'll get right back to it. 1 second. Now look, you always say we a little cutthroat with it. We come a little hard. You did what I'm talking about, but no, we be proving everything we be saying. Huh? Look what it say. Let's go to the book of S. Daughter of Jehovah. Huh? Such were the ancient cycles and the customs of my revelators. Look. First, let's go back to 5. Let's go back to 4. Book of S. chapter 2 and 4. Book of S, chapter 2 and 4. Because they always talk how we becoming. But don't nobody want to stand up and debate it. They always trying to tell us we wrong or we doing some demonic stuff. Stop me when I tell you something demonic. When I tell you something evil, or tell you to harm somebody, or to go to war, to take something. Huh? I didn't tell you to smite Amalek utterly. I didn't tell you to kill the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Perizzites. I didn't tell you to take and steal the land of Canaan after your God duped you into believing he already gave you some. What are you fighting for? You never stopped to even think, did you? If he gave me something, why I'm fighting another nigga for? But ye shall not say to this man, nor to that man, thou shalt believe, nor that thou shalt not believe. Neither shall ye say to man, thou shalt do this, or thou shalt not do that. Such were the ancient cycles and the customs. Such were the ancient cycles and the customs of my revelators. But such shall not be the customs of my revelators in this day. But man, having heard and seen, shall judge what he shall do. He shall believe or not believe, or do or not do, according to his own judgment, because I hold man responsible. Even so should he have liberty to choose. And if he strive to choose me by doing righteously, he shall not fall. Though he accept none of the ancient doctrines, nor rites, nor ceremonies, nor gods, nor lords, nor saviors, but strive for me in doing good unto others, he shall be my chosen, even though he accept not my name. Huh? So the Creator say, you don't even give a damn what you call him. I don't care what you call me. Are you willing to do the work? Are you trying to learn me? Huh? Because what he say? You only gather from me in person. Neither can you create one thing, one thought, an idea, or an impulse. You don't even have your own impulses. Don't you have an impulse of the flesh? It's not even yours. You can only gather together from my harvests or from me in person. Look. Hold on. Let's go. Smoke. I made the eye of man to obtain knowledge by light. He says he is what? The light. But the ear of man I made to obtain knowledge from darkness and within darkness. Huh? Uh-oh. You never even thought of your ears that way, did you? How do you see in the darkness? You hear. Facts. Proof of this, right? That the ear of man, he said he made to obtain the knowledge, but the ear he made to obtain the knowledge from darkness. In the animal world, it's called echolocation. Let's check it out real quick. Y'all ever seen what's the movie? Daredevil? Remember when he tapped against the thing and he was able to see? Echolocation, also called biosonar, is a biological sonar used by several animal species. It's already in creation. Echolocating animals emit calls out to the environment and listen to the echoes of those calls that return from various objects near them. They use these echoes to locate and identify the objects. I gave the power of touch to man, by which he could learn the adaptability and compatibility and incompatibility of things with himself. These are the corporeal doorways I gave to you, O man, by which you are able to receive knowledge from me and my creations consciously to yourself. He said these are corporeal doorways. These are physical senses I gave to you, that which you are able to receive knowledge from me, creator, and my creations consciously. They can tell you that water wet all day. Man, the ocean wet as hell, bro. Yeah, but you ain't never seen the ocean. But you know water wet. Never seen the ocean. When you get to that ocean, you stick your feet in it and you see it's water. And it is wet. Then you know. It's a difference between objective, subjective, reality. He is telling you, I gave you the ability to perceive him, me, consciously, in real time. This is your touch, which is also emotion. Which is sight, hearing. He said, these are the corporeal doorways I gave to you, old man, by which you are able to receive knowledge from me and my creations consciously to yourself. Through these, you are constantly impregnated. Don't they say the eyes are the window to the soul? Your eyes were given so you can gain knowledge by light. Through these, your soul, you, not your physical body, not your brain, accumulates knowledge of my works. Here we go. We came here to balance all balance and check all checks, because you know what happened next, right? You know what happened next when you see the butterfly vortex. Let's get straight to it, Cosmon. You're not going to play with them. You're not going to play. Because why? Through your 5 senses. Huh? And the Creator say, He giving you a new one in the Cosmon era. I'm going to give you a whole new sense. Look what He say. Through these, hold on. Watch this. Watch this. This is Google, right? What are man's basic human senses? There are 5 basic human senses: touch, sight, hearing, smell, and taste. The sensing organs associated with each sense send information to the brain to help us understand and perceive the world around us. However, there are in fact other human senses in addition to the basic 5 that you couldn't live without. 5 primarily. They say what are the 14 senses in human? Let's look this up. They say these are sensory organs of the eyes, ears, skin, vestibular system, nose, and mouth, which contribute respectively to the sensory perception, vision, touch, spatial orientation, smell, and touch. Yeah, so basically it's 5. So, but watch this. Hold on. Let's get to this shit real quick. Let's turn the knock up a little bit one time. Let's turn the knock up one time. I'll grab this. Take me a sip of that Iwata. That Wata. Oh yeah, let's get back to it, man. What we got going on in the chat real quick. Set apart living, global. Damn YouTube hating. YouTube hating. Shout to on the lookout. Say shalom, dearly beloved and beloved at Cosmon Cal TV. No kind of notification, YouTube. It's all good though. Hating. You did what I'm talking about. We are part of the creator body as the moon, sun, stars, tree, and air. Correct, Sister Wilson. We are a percentage of the sun, a person. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are all of the creator. That's right. But in the book of certainties, right? Going back to prove creator, right? I gave the power of touch to man by which he could learn the adaptability and incompatibility of things with himself. Through these, you are constantly impregnated. Through these, your soul accumulates my knowledge of my works. Whatever is charged upon you, what's charged upon these doorways of your soul is inspiration. So when they say be careful what you watch, what you listen to, they got a point. They definitely got a point. I think I seen Shabir in the house too. Okay, let's get back to it. All right. It says whatever is charged upon your soul, whatever is charged upon these. What are we talking about? The five senses. Whatever is charged upon these doorways, these five senses to your physical world or to understanding, right? Or receive knowledge of the creator from his creations consciously, your five senses, is inspiration. What'd he say? What'd he say right here? Hold on, let's blow that up a little bit. When you see bread, you are inspired to eat. When you see a horse, you are inspired to ride. When you touch a nettle or a pricker, you are inspired with pain. When you see a fight, you are inspired to fight. When you see a war, you inspired to war. You see how one thing can affect another. Why? Because whatever is charged upon these doors, what you can hear, see, touch, smell, taste, is inspiration. The great part about is learning that whether it's any of these five senses, whether it's touch, sight, hearing, taste, or smell, is all one thing being perceived by different parts of your body. So let me make this clear to you. Not only can you touch or emote blue, you can see blue, you can hear blue, you can smell blue, and you can taste blue. Oh, yeah. You got to understand your creator and understand his creation. And it all unfolds before you. It's all one force. Huh? Yet in all cases, you must have practice before you can comprehend the inspiration that comes to you from these external things. You gotta know. Huh? You gotta have some practice. You didn't fail, you got up and rode around the block, failed, and you did what I'm talking about. You got up and failed, and then you came down, and then you next time you hit that block, you came down that block zooming. Then a couple more times around the block. Next thing you know, you hitting the catwalk. Hitting the catwalk. You jumping over things. You see what I'm saying? It's practice that's attempting to make you perfect. Huh? So yet in all cases, you must have practice before you can comprehend the inspiration that comes to you from all these external things. Man says, today I remember my friend whom I have not seen for many years. And he always says, I made you like a storehouse and like a book that was written on before. And I gave you power to reread your stores and your book within your soul. This is your so-called memory. This is your so-called inspiration. These are your thoughts. I gave you the power to reread what you have already practiced in your mind. They mistakenly call this IQ. The ability to regurgitate things that somebody has taught you. Whether they're right or wrong, the ability to regurgitate them correctly means you have a high IQ. Did y'all know that? Ain't got nothing to do with being smart or actually intelligent. Shout out Sherilyn. Sherbear's in the house. Oh yeah, man. Don't forget to get the likes up, man. Sub, like, share, man. It's your boy, homeboy Cosmonian, man. Y'all hit the like and share button, man. Go on Facebook, share it. Go on IG and share this straight from the YouTube to your other platforms. You dig what I'm talking about? So this is how we do that. Bezel say, when you see a yawn, you inspired to yawn. True? Has anybody yawned in front of you and you not yawned? Sometimes you can just talk about it and you'll yawn. You dig what I'm talking about? He always said, I made you like a storehouse and like a book that was written on before. And I gave you the power to reread your stores, to go back over your memories and your thoughts and recall your book within your soul. This was the accumulated inspiration that I had previously given you. Look at this. That writing. But look let's go to the book of Seth and T's, right? Don't they say, precept upon precept? Look, let's go to chapter 8 and verse 9. Jehovah said, all the living have I provided with. Hold on, let's pull this up. Hold on, let's pull this up real quick. Hold on, not too far. All right. Let's make sure we can see that. I'll scoot it up a little bit. Here we go. Seth and T's, son of Jehovih, chapter 8 and 9. Jehovah said, all the living have I provided with certain paths to travel in, but man alone I created new out of all things dead and dissolved. Didn't we already learn that? And he shall grow forever. Now, ain't this fair? Think about it. Comparatively, a baby rabbit and a baby human should be on the same level. But we see that the baby rabbit is much smarter than the baby of the human, or the man. That's why you don't like me to watch shows like Snap, Murder Mystery, because you think it may inspire me to do something to you. Yeah, I ain't worried about you. You ain't gonna do nothing. But let's get back to it. Right? Because he gave a baby rabbit don't never have to, day one, right? Never seen a fox. It just got its legs up under it. If a fox come in that hole, that baby rabbit know to run. But a baby, a man, an infant, right? An infant will stick his finger in a light socket, in the other one in a rattlesnake mouth. A baby don't know nothing. But who taught that rabbit to run from the fox? How'd he know? Out of all the living I provided with certain paths to travel in, but man alone I created new out of all things dead and dissolved that preceded him, and he shall grow forever. Why? Because we serve a fair and just creator. He started us off at zero. Well, nigga, I started you off at zero. I'ma just raise you up forever. It's how you choose to go. And even when you don't choose to go, I'm going to throw a bump in there to make you advance. And I'm going to push you up even higher. Oh, yeah. He challenged gods and men. He said, to the beast I gave an already created sense, commonly known as instinct. To man, I allotted angels. Look at this. And even these have I provided with others above them, and yet others above them forever and ever. Look at the order. Hence, The first of man, the newborn babe, I created a blank in sense and judgment. Huh? Babies don't know nothing. But the baby spider know how to spin a geometric web. Huh? Who taught that bird to build that nest? Who taught that dog that he hate cats and love bones? The baby don't know nothing. Nothing. He said, I created him a blank in sense and judgment, that he may be a witness that even he himself was fashioned and created anew by my hand. Huh? You must learn the creation to learn the creator. Neither created I him perfectly or imperfectly. Neither I created him imperfectly. I didn't mess up nothing. I didn't twist up nothing. I didn't get nothing wrong. I didn't shorten him here. I didn't shorten him over there. I didn't create him imperfectly that he should re-enter a womb and be born again. That which I do is well done, saith Jehovah the Creator. Huh? Look at the senses. Hold on, let's go to the book of frugality. Look. No, let's go to the book of God's word. Book of God's word, chapter 1 and 7. Book of God's word, chapter 1 and 7. Read. We want Bible. Behold, O man, I have told thee that the natural senses cannot understand spiritual things. But I will reach thee, thou vain city, Oaz, thou king Soki, or sun king. Thy sword shall fall from the hilt, thy mandates be as a breath blown away. So we find here that the natural senses cannot understand spiritual things. Huh? But yet they inspire man constantly. Look at the works of Jehovah. Also, this is a good verse here. Let's go to okay. This is another good verse too. Let's go to the book of Apollo, chapter 1 and 7. Right? Book of Apollo, chapter 1 and 7. Read. Marvel not, O man, that the gods revealed the words and signs of things long since perished corporeally. The proofs he could give, listen, the shit I could show you, thou could not understand. The stuff I could show you, you wouldn't even get it. For the basis of spiritual entity lieth not within the measure of the corporeal senses. Many don't understand, or they're under the ideal that God is the creator sitting on the throne up somewhere in the sky. And even then, you can't get the measure of it through your corporeal senses. They are indoctrinated by old beliefs. They are believing they are coming with their highest light. But the basis of spiritual entity lieth not within the measure of the corporeal senses. Nevertheless, Jehovah hath given thee comparisons. As a portrait of a man showeth his looks even after his corporeal body hath perished, and yet the picture is but a representative. To the spirit, a corporeal body is but a representative, being a manifested production of a spirit. You understand why they not coming with creator? Do you understand why they not talking about Jah? You get it now? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? It's hard to listen to people who coming with that old folly. You dig what I'm talking about? I find it hard to sit and even listen to it anymore. You know what I mean? Once you get a dose of that light, you know what I mean? It's hard to sit and listen to somebody bullshit you talking about creation, and yet they don't know creator. It's hard to sit there and watch somebody bullshit you. You know what I mean? That irks me. You know what I mean? To sit here and, you know, because sometimes, man, you can't just go at people. You know what I mean? And if that's the understanding that they got, you dig what I'm talking about? If you calling yourself helping your people, you got to be able to get on their level, right where they at. So if they stuck at Jesus, you better come with Jesus. You better be able to break it down for them, make it understood for them. They're gonna be like, Tupac, don't you come with that blasphemy. You dig what I'm talking about? But let's get up to this one real quick. Let's get us another little. Let's turn this jam up real quick. Let's rock out a little bit. As a matter of fact, feeling a little different tonight. Let's go in. Let's go in just for a little bit. Let's get this thing right. Let's get this thing right. Yeah, I got Buzzy on the beat. Oh yeah. Roll up a little cup of tea. That's right. Get right back to it, man. Let's jump to the book of Osiris. Let's jump to the book of Osiris. Right? Chapter 7, verse 6 and 8, right? For this rule that followeth on all corporeal worlds, that with the culture of the corporeal senses, man becometh vigorous, strong, and independent. And with the culture of the spiritual senses, incorporeans, in physical men, they become, right? And with the culture of the spiritual senses, in physical men, they become weak, sensitive, and dependent. In the first case, they ultimately become selfish and wicked. In the second case, they become impotent and unadapted to corporeal life and thus become extinct. On all corporeal worlds, Jehovah hath provided these two seasons, a time which is a time for corporeal growth and a time for spiritual growth. Or the time of corporeal growth, or the, how do I say, the raising up a physical man in the Eoptian age, or the optimal time for man to exist on the planet, we've already been through the gaining the physical part. The first 24 arc cycles, or 72,000 years, from the arc of wine down to, let me bring it up real quick. Let me show y'all. You know what I mean? We always want to show what we talking about. Now, this was the time for the optimum physical growth, or the maturity of the body, the physical part of man. Starting here, roughly 71,000 years ago, in the Ark of Wayne, right? All the way down. Look. We started in one, Ark of Wayne, all the way down here to the Ark of Bond, from 1553 BC to 1848 AD. All this time, 72,000 years, right? From 1 to 24 is the time for the physical growth or the maturation of physicality on the planet. We didn't have everything on the planet to get to where we are today, and we still now are going to go farther. Not physically per se, but spiritually. This is the time of the Ark of Cosmos from 1848 to 4848, a 3,000 year period, right? Under the goddess, by the way, we are in the 25th arc cycle. This is where we at. 174 years after this date, 2022. Now, in Cosmos, which comes on every planet, these arc cycles and these times extend all across the galaxy. There is a Cosmos, a time of balance on a planet where man has grown physically to his peak, to where now it's time to balance it out. Huh? Now it's time to balance it out. So now man will grow spiritually. He said he coming to build a new race. I'm telling you, these niggas is gonna be like X-Men. The Omega children, man. Suis already turned on. Sargus already turned on. The ability to read books without opening them. Huh? The ability to travel objectively and subjectively, to send your spirit out, or be able to expand your physical eyes and expand your physical ears to other places in the world. And then there are going to be those who go objectively in spirit. These babies gonna find great treasures on the planet. Things to bring man to whole new understandings. It's your baby's faith that's gonna change the world. But first, you must know your creator. But how do you know your creator? By knowing his creation. It say, on all corporeal worlds, Jehovah have provided these 2 seasons for every race he created. A season for the development of the corporeal senses. What corporeal senses? these corporeal senses. And a season for the development of the spiritual senses to find the mean or the balance between these is to find Cosmon, which lieth far in the future. Well, no, not anymore. Cosmon is now. Mind you, this is Osiris speaking. Osiris is speaking at 10,353 BC, telling us about now. So you see, Creator say he's going to give you a new sense. Let's get that. But hold on. Let's go back, Lord. Let's go back. He say, I gave you power to reread your stores and your book within your soul. This was the accumulated inspiration that I had previously given to you. That's what he wrote on your soul. He say, when you are fevered, entranced, or in diverse actions from your usual bent, your soul turns into these stores, into your memories, and your memory comes forth wonderfully. It is the manifestation which I have previously given you. I made you so that you would receive inspiration not only from the world external to yourself, but inspiration from the members of your body. What members? These members. My impression upon you, my impression upon you is inspiration. You must realize my inspiration in order to know me. You must realize my inspiration in order to know me. You must understand my creation in order to know me. An idiot holds a fire in his hand and it gives him pain, but yet he does not know the cause nor where the pain originates. So also I come to you and give you inspiration, but you do not discern me. Another man discerns my presence and my inspiration. He hears me speak. He sees my person. Yet I am with both alike. One man opens his mouth to speak, and behold, my words come forth. And yet another says, no man knows the Creator. None have heard him. One man is sensitive, like a photographic plate for a picture. Remember, this is 1882. They still had plates for pictures. You dig what I'm talking about? And he catches my light instantly. And he knows it's from me. The other one says, a sudden thought struck me, but does not discern where it came from. Why? He don't know he was inspired. Because another man can discern his presence and his inspiration, and he hears and he hears his speech. He sees my person. Where do he see him? In the sky. He sees him in the bird. He sees him in the person next to him. He sees him in himself. Huh? But look at the Creator. He said, I gave to them both alike. I gave to the man who do not discern me, and he gave to the man who does. Because what he say? Whatever is charged upon these doorways of your soul is inspiration. Huh? And what? This was the accumulated inspiration that I had previously given you. Because he did what? He wrote on the soul. What did he say? He say, I made you a corporeal body and I wrote up on it. And you are the result. But here we are, thinking that it all came from us. Well, man, damn, that's a good idea, man. I should. But he does not discern where it came from. Look at us. Are you sensitive? When he throw it out there, do you catch the Creator's light instantly? That begs to ask the question, do you know creation? If you don't get it, we understand why you don't get creative. You haven't studied creation. Huh? You know what I mean? Not to bang on them, but let's go. This is why I kind of got to be done. You know, I can't really be done with giving these boys work, because they won't. If I just tell them it, then they're going to believe. And we don't need you to believe. We want you to know. You dig what I'm talking about? But if I can get you away from the false God long enough for you to logically make sense, even though we understand that the corporeal senses don't really explain spiritual things, but we have spiritual senses. Huh? I want to say it's in the book of Sapphire. Hold on. 1 second, y'all. Let's turn the knock up real quick. Vibe out 1 second. 1 second, we'll get right back to it. Yeah, right back at it. So let's get into the book of Sapphira. So when they get to talking about God, you dig what I'm talking about? Let that be your cue to understand that this person is really indoctrinated. You dig what I'm talking about? So you kind of can't, be mad at them, because understand where you came from. You know what I mean? Many of us came from these understandings. I don't know too many of us that just started off as faithists. Man, look at the glory of our children. Huh? Look at the glory of our children. They gonna start off faithists. They gonna know Jah. Huh? Let's get down here to the book of Sapphira real quick. This is okay, book of Sapphira. It's not bringing it up. Let me see if I can bring it up on this one. This is Imhak. Let me check out Imhak real quick. Okay. Because remember, man, they ain't had one thought of their own. They've been inspired by their surroundings. That's why you bring them over here, we raise them up. Huh? We been there. Ain't nobody better. You dig what I'm talking about? Nobody better. That's the beauty of this thing, man. This thing is not about leaders and followers. It is totally about liberty. Huh? The only thing that can liberate you in this world is the creator. Huh? You don't have a creator who say he gonna give you a book and then don't give you a book on how to liberate yourself. You've been waiting over 2,000 years for this guy to come and liberate you. He ain't came. Is it possible he could have lied? Is it possible you could have been duped? Who is God? Straight up plain question in Owaski. Right? Anybody in any religion, they're going to tell you God is the creator. But in Owaski, we ask the straight up question. This is the wise man asking the initiate. Who is God? The initiate say, a spirit with a heavenly throne. Okay. Right? Don't they say God sit in the midst of the angels judging from his throne, and then they John said he seen the God sitting on the throne. Jesus was next to him. They was in this holy palace. Huh? You can see they God. Why? Because God is a deity. God is a deified man. Many of them come to you after they've already been dead and inspire that way through doctrines and war. Huh? How many of y'all ever called God the creator? Prayed to God? You a lie if you say you did. We was duped. Because who is God? A spirit with a heavenly throne. That's what they told us. This nigga in the sky. Believed by people in darkness to be the creator of all things. Oh shit. Ain't that what we believed? Ain't that what the Christians believe right now? Ain't that what the Hebrews believe right now? Ain't that what the Mormons think right now? Ain't that what the Brahmins, think right now? Ain't that what the Muhammadans or Islam thinks right now? That their God has a heavenly throne. He's sitting up in heaven. But look, Owaski revealed these are the people in darkness. The niggas who don't get it. The drunks. Huh? Don't be so quick to bash on people and all this stuff, because your loved ones is drunks too. And for a time, so is you. Many of y'all just a month ago. You was a person in darkness, believing that the creator of all things was sitting on a throne in the heaven, mad, jealous, wrathful, vengeful, gonna throw niggas in a lake of fire forever. Then he was gonna come down. He was gonna come down out the sky and make a new heaven and a new earth. How he was gonna do that, he didn't say it. How John was on, where was John when the new earth was being made? What happened to the old earth? And then it's gonna be whores and whoremongers outside of his lined up, outside of his kingdom. Huh? And dog, barking ass dog, harassing niggas. Huh? This is a drug. Can you turn that light on? They like people in a dark hallway. It's a light in there, but somebody gotta have knowledge on how to cut the light on, how to see, how to turn them corporeal senses into spiritual senses. Huh? He said he gave you ears to learn in the dark. And until you understand that there's a light switch in there, till you start feeling on the walls, till you start knocking on the walls to find a stud, you won't be able to change, not only know where you are or how wide the walls is or where even a light switch would possibly be. We understand they're by the doors. You're at the ends. You're on the walls. So we should probably start trying to find and click that switch on. Huh? Because even the drugs was able to be made, to understand. Huh? There are only two type of people in this world. Those that get it and those who don't. There's those on the incline and those on the decline. Basically, that's your iron and your drug. Your Cain and your Abel. The guy who gets it and the guy who doesn't. So, that being said, I think we're going to rock out on this one. To know your creator, you must know creation. The best creation that you could look at every day is right in the mirror. Contemplation builds spiritual rank. The ability to perceive is proof of spiritual rank. Wasp be the coldest. Ain't nothing touching it. Why? Because Jaja backed it. Niggas only done had this book a couple years. The earliest of us got it in 2007, 2008. But when you understand it was supposed to be held back. So these scrolls, these people was at a right place to start understanding this. Huh? How many of us was born in between 1948 and 1981? You ain't got to tell your age, but just throw me a vortex in the chat. Throw me a vortex in the chat. If you was born between 1948 and 1981, hit me with some vortexes real quick. Because if you were, you are the very first of the Cosmon children, fully Cosmonian. Fully. 82, J. Manson. Yeah, you second generation. But don't let that sound like it's a diss or a downplay. You dig what I'm talking about? You're an even more refined version. That just means they duped you a little bit more to get you where you at. You know what I mean? We was the first ones coming up with, we wasn't buying it. We knew something was wrong. Sub Dark 79, see? 82, see? It's a reason we got it first. Huh? Coke babies. Children of the Cosmon era, baby. Huh? The very first of the first. From 1948 to 1981. You did what I'm talking about. AB blood types started to turn into O's. How many of your mothers and fathers are A's and B's and AB blood types and all that and all other mess? And forever, A and B blood types have been producing A and B blood types. But now A and B blood types are producing O's. Huh? Indigo children? Nah, that's not us. Nope. Actually, Jay Manson and them, they second generation. That second generation from really 81 to 2014. Right? From 81 to 2014, they are the indigo children. We the rainbows. Now they got what is called blue rays, which is the third generation that leads us up the last 100 years to the very first harvest time or semidan within the Cosmon era. We are from 1948 to 81. That's one generation. 14. Excuse me. From 1948 to 81. From 81 to 2014. From 2014 to 2047. 2048. Boom. That's your 100 years, 3 arc cycles, or excuse me, 3 generations. You add your 1, your timetables of prophecy start really working. But on a whole nother thing, you dig what I'm talking about? On the timetables of prophecy, right? Now that we understand the cycle, you dig what I'm talking about? We roughly came out a beast cycle. Let's just get this understood. 1848 starts the Cosmon era, right? In that time, even though we're in a time of high light, we're in a beast cycle. A beast cycle of war, and all this shit. You dig what I'm talking about? And for a B cycle is 120 years, right? 120, right? That leads us to 1968. Anybody want to tell me what start happening in 1968? You have some very great additions to the culture. You did what I'm talking about. They start trying to they taking out the Panthers, they doing all that. And then what came? Brotherhoods and hip hop. Oh, y'all thought hip hop was young? No. It go back even further than 1978. There were people before Bambaataa. There was people before Kool Herc. Huh? 1968, 1969, we had the birth of what they call gangs. There were already gangs, but not like this Crip shit that was coming to dominate the planet. A brotherhood doing good, because in the initial stages, they was keeping pimps, drugs, murderers, bad cops, niggas that was white boys that was coming over there killing niggas, beating them to death. Police too. They was policing the police. That's what y'all gonna have to really get back to in the first place. What's a soldier without a mission? Lost one. It's a great secret. It's a great secret that the Creator told. He already told it, so why can't I say? It's a great secret that the chosen of the Most High, the faith is today, can't subdue the planet. Never could. Huh? But he created the warrior. They call him a gangster today. Huh? How can they be a gangster? These was 13, 14-year-old kids tired of what they was seeing in their neighborhoods and willing to make a change. Did it get thrown off? Oh yeah, it did. But a great secret is you can't subdue the world without them. Somebody got to protect your people. There's people who are geared to kill and still love the Creator. It's no excuse. But I'm saying is people who not gonna have it. And the Creator make them that way. He put them where they at to make them hard, to make them tough. And still be sensitive. But I'll blow your face off. There's a great balance out here. This is why you must know your Creator. But a Waspi go one step even further. It tell you how to beat it all without busting a shot, period. Your God ain't taught you how to beat white supremacy today? Your God weak. Your God ain't taught you that he ain't supposed to be praised yet? And that there's one higher than him? Do you even know? Do you even care? Because if you don't care, that's something either. Why not be fodder for, you dig what I'm talking about, some people who trying to do some good? At that point, why not be fodder? If you're going to put yourself in front of the bullet anyway, do something good with it. Protect your people. Lee Scratch Perry started reggae, raga. Well, nah, dub and all that shit wasn't hip hop. Nah, y'all gotta go back to like the Blastmaster Mario, Spin Master Mario. It's like 1968, 69. Wasn't no, them niggas wasn't even in America like that. The whole Jamaican sound. You dig what I'm talking about? Even Kool Herc and them, they was new. Nobody was rocking with the Jamaican niggas. They had just got here through civil rights primarily. You dig what I'm talking about? In any mass amounts and numbers. That wasn't until the late 60s. He wasn't even there. In the late 60s. He didn't come to the beginning of the 70s. In around 73, you did what I'm talking about. They say, what they say is that he brought the sound system type thing, but what they don't know is he borrowed Cutmaster Mario shit. The Sound Master Mario. He was borrowing Mario's equipment, and it's another dude. What is his name? Y'all gotta go watch it's called the Real Birth of Hip Hop. You dig what I'm talking about? It wasn't even called hip hop. Your boy DJ Hollywood coined that phrase around 1975. That didn't come out till later. DJ Hollywood coined that phrase. I'm talking 6-7 years before that, when they was doing like the Dolomite style. They had a guy in New York, I forget his name. He was doing like a talking, you know what I mean, over the records. You did what I'm talking about. Putting his own little thing. You did what I'm talking about. But that reggae and all that came up separate. Hip hop is totally North American. It's totally American. Shout to my Caribbean crew. You did what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that they didn't have any influence, but not on the beginning of it. No, that comes straight out of the Bronx. And what's crazy is it caught on the West Coast so fast. You did what I'm talking about, the groove. You did what I'm talking about, caught so fast. You know what I mean? And the same thing that they was doing in the East, they was doing in the West. Gang banging, bumping this music. You did what I'm talking about? The understanding of the brotherhoods got twisted over time, but it was never supposed to be an evil thing. It was a protect your people thing. Kool Herc, yep. DJ Kool Herc was a Jamaican, but he wasn't the first nigga to spin. He borrowed his whole sound system from a nigga who was spinning. Let me look this shit up real quick, man, because this is all this information that predates what we commonly know as hip hop is known by the people who was dead. You dig what I'm talking about? This is before Grandmaster Flash. Before Flash had turntables. Before Kool Herc. Kool Herc was a Jamaican nigga. You dig what I'm talking about? They wasn't like that up there in New York. Not till later, wasn't enough of them. Shout to the yard man. Watch this. Let me find this shit real quick. Nah, man. Herc didn't invent that shit. He know he need to stop too. Look. Look at this. Stop that. Y'all gotta stop that. Stop repeating. You dig what I'm talking about? If you ain't really searched it. Didn't have no Caribbean vibe or none of that. Watch this. Watch this, family. Respect goes out to all the Caribbean families. Facts. Love y'all, man. All y'all my people, man. But we different. We all the same nigga, but we different. You dig what I'm talking about? We different. And my people, my 7th great grandmama come from French Guyana. Look.
What else about early hip hop? Is there anything else we didn't cover? Yeah, there's a lot of subjects we didn't cover. The part that I didn't really get a chance to get into was that in hip hop, right? The people were what made hip hop. Right. So it wasn't like how you go to the parties now and you got the guys standing on one side, you got the girls standing on this side. In the beginning, that's what you went to do. You went to go get a girl, rub up against a girl, and y'all dancing. Now it's more posting up. Like, you trying to look good and all that.
We all one. West Indian people, we all one. The story is that we came from Africa and they stopped some off in the Caribbean and they became Jamaican, they became Haitian, and then they took some of the Africans and they brought them to America. And we became Black Americans, African Americans, whatever. So we basically all came from African descendants. My question to you is, as far as early hip hop, like, because they tried to make it seem like hip-hop began from 3 West Indians.
I am one of the architecture of what we call hip-hop culture, along with my other comrades, brother Cool DJ Herc, who we call the father, myself, and the Grandmaster Flash, and then all the other pioneers who came after us. Myself, Africa Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash, Cool DJ Herc, all are West Indian back.
We know we not gonna believe nothing Bambaataa say. His breath smelled like booty. This nigga whack too. Kool Herc whack. Cause he know a lot of these niggas is dead, but a lot of niggas ain't. Why they don't come out and tell, but the story been told. I think it's right here. Founding Fathers Untold Story of Hip Hop. I believe that's it right there. Look, Charlie Robb, all these dudes, way before them. They got big from throwing parties, and Flash was the man, but he come later. Flash was like 75. You know? When he was big, 76, 77, 78. He was huge. You know? That's daytime too. But he like 73, 72.
Ground, Cool Herc, Jamaica, myself, Jamaica and Barbados, and Grandmaster Flash, Barbados.
Where would hip hop be without Caribbean Americans? There wouldn't be no hip hop.
Like
Bullshit.
So my thing is like, right. So 100 years from now, people looking at that will say, "Wow, hip hop was a West Indian thing." Maybe people might conclude that 100 years from now, that hip hop was a West Indian thing. So my question to you is early hip hop, was it a West Indian feel?
Not at all.
Not at all. Was
Not
it any
at
dreads?
all.
Was it
Not
any dreads?
at all. Early hip hop, 74, 75.
Look
That was
at Cool
our
DJ
response.
D.
Was it a West
He
Indian
before
feel to it? Was
Hurt.
African Americans and Spanish.
Right.
It's an urban atmosphere, man.
Right,
I
right.
think they had your Jamaicans or whatever out here, Caribbean people out here.
Right.
But no, it wasn't that.
Not at all.
Rasta.
Like I said, and this is me.
Right.
The first time I ever heard Jamaican music was from her. And that was from 74. and
Listen.
there.
Listen,
So in the
I'm talking
beginning,
68, 69.
You know, you might have heard Bob Marley, you know, do one or two things on the radio, maybe.
Right.
But as far as going to a party and listening to it, they might be like, "Yo, turn that shit on, right?
Turn that
shit
reggae
on."
on.
Yeah. They be like, "Turn that shit on."
Yeah.
So Earth was the only one that made it cool to listen to Jamaican music because he had that stuff that was straight from Jamaica, and it had that bass tone on it, and just bass and a drum. And so that's what made it really cool.
Hip hop, early hip hop was more like a Black American thing.
Definitely.
And you know what? I think most old school like West Indians would know that, and they would agree with that.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, they trying to make it seem like it started from a West Indian trinity.
Because it got commercialized.
Ah,
So I just wanted to make that clear. Like I
told
said,
you.
Definitely
It got
commercialized.
bamboozled.
all brothers,
We got
all, you know,
hoodwinked.
it could be whatever, African descendants, whatever. It's not coming at anybody or none of that. It's,
You know what happened? When
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you
what y'all
happened.
not understanding, look, I just showed y'all something.
Number one, we didn't have the
Watch this. 1947, right? 99 years after the beginning of the Cosmon era. We right on point, right? We right on point using the timetables of prophecy, right? Let's go. Let's not even add the year in yet. Let's go 1947. We exactly 99 years in. We go 22 years more. 1969, we had the birth of gangs and the birth of hip hop at the same time. So even if you want to add in the 2 years, add in the year. Add in the years, 1970. Way before Hurt. It got bamboozled. The people seen, and niggas didn't know the business. Right? That's why they not making no money. They still slave to the system today. Unless they own their right. How many of them own their rights and masters? I can't say that about the young dudes today. Many of them at least own their masters. Why you think they call them masters? Because these niggas was working for them. Huh? Right on time with the timetables of prophecy. I'm writing a book about that called Hip Hop and the Timetables of Prophecy and the Sub-Cycles of Rap. I've been still working on it. But I ain't even gotta rush it, because when it come out, it's gonna be so far ahead of what everybody else talking about. It's gonna need a movie. You know what I mean? Better highlight these people before most of them die.
Number two, we were so busy trying to be fly.
That's exactly what I was trying to be fly, right?
And we couldn't think about anything else.
Yeah.
And other people that weren't getting the women like us,
Right.
they could think about different stuff.
Taking it to
Taking
business,
it to a business level.
Business level,
We
right.
was too fly for that. Like right
Fly.
now, even to this day, the old schoolers, you can look at an old schooler or whatever. If they haven't seen you in a little time, they'll act like they don't even, you know, they remember you.
That's so funny,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
That's so funny because dealing with spades, you know what I'm saying, they're older dudes, but I just getting the vibe like, yo, these dudes just still think they just the flyest dudes in the world.
Because that was a
Yeah.
main thing.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's, you know, if
Jay
you
Manson,
you know,
timeline would be
to the
first
building,
generation
if
Cosmon.
the
It'd be
people
1969,
that we were calling
70.
nerds,
You dig what I'm talking about?
people that
69,
wasn't able to
70.
come outside and stuff,
So 22
those are
years
people
or
that
two
thought about,
olds
hey,
after the
making
100-year mark.
you know,
Exactly in the middle,
capitalize
during the highest point
fun, right?
of etheric life that can be possible, we find the birth of hip hop, and we find the birth of gang. 69, Spades got big, Crips got big.
Where would hip hop be without Caribbean Americans? There wouldn't be no hip hop.
It's that there would be no hip hop if it wasn't for Caribbeans, West Indians.
No, okay, and we're gonna, me and him are gonna say at the same time.
Okay, so
they have their own culture and their music and sound. Because like all different nationalities, they all have their own genre of music that caters to their nationality.
Hold on. West Indians came over here with their sound system, and they started hip hop, right?
Hell no. I'm gonna say it. You want to say it again? Okay, I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say hell no.
See? These the niggas that was there doing it. So you dig what I'm talking about? So that's a good lesson right there on subjective and objective and knowing your creator too. You dig what I'm talking about? Gotta understand the creation. It will come at a certain time. A thing so big that it went on to dominate the planet, our culture. It's American. Don't come from no island, nowhere. Just North America. That's it. You dig what I'm talking about? But was a good lesson, man. Jehovah Chronicles. To know your creator, no creation. Easiest point of creation you can start looking at to get the understanding is to start looking at yourself. They say it's basically two things you got to do if you're gonna follow creator. You ain't got to bleed nothing, you ain't got to do nothing, you ain't got to know no rites, no ceremonies, no nothing. Purify your body, eat the best that you possibly can, be a vegetarian. That's light and common sense. And do some good for other people. That's it. That's the way of the creator. Nothing else. Clean your body out. Do some good for other people. Now stop me when I tell you something demonic. Some witchcraft. Huh? Stop eating me. Because otherwise we ain't here to take your little punk ass God from you. It's not a religion. This is the Faithist Liberation Organization, the only one in the world. Even the other faithist groups are 501c3s, controlled by the government. They can only say what they want to say. Sucker shit. Huh? Get them tax breaks. Because they keep their mouth shut. Oh no. Our people way too behind to not share this light. To not free you up. So that burden don't be so goddamn heavy. It's tough enough just being black. Or what they call black. Angui. Huh? Negro. But it was a good lesson. Number 28. They coming by fast, y'all. You dig what I'm talking about? They coming by fast. Well, first, let's pay some bills.
Welcome. Why? Chronic, left, right, that's how come, left, right, ooh, yeah, boy.
All right. We played it at the end of the show. I don't care. Hey, breathe in, let the light in. Some Cosmine, and I'm out.
And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh, this that jehovih, that chow mein, that palpable, that tau mein, since sunset in the arc of Wayne, my brain moving like tau saying, so as above, it's so below, that up and that down thing, this flow is atmospheric, I call that a ground game, see water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning, so how your God make a sun without vortexing current, see the pattern is panic, I'm reaching out for my people, oh watch me flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ether, and when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing Puerto. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sealer. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door star. And the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bride's groom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahuin is now a Angui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm a Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah. Put that super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you breathing rarefied air,